Hello, it is about 8:30 at night. Everyone at my family's is in bed. I'm not positive they're asleep, but they're all in bed, so I'm trying to keep this quiet. My name's Steven. Um, I'm gonna title this, um, I guess, the beginning or something. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out on the way. Um, so I am about to get a what's known as a band lapectomy, also known as like surgery. It's skin removal surgery. And I figured when I started to go into this, I looked up as much as I could. I didn't really find anything on it. Um, and I thought, oh, well, this is kind of not necessarily rare anymore, but it's not something that happens super a lot. So maybe there's just no one that's done this. And so I figured I'd just tell my story. Like I said, my name's Steven. I used to be obese. I lost 100 pounds or over somewhere around 100 pounds. I actually don't know how much I used to weigh. I was the most I ever sat on a scale that was accurate. It was 305 pounds. Um, I was I was the summer for me to go into the eighth grade. So very young. I don't know how big I got past that. If you're young, if you're listening to this and you're young, back then the scale was this little spinning disc, and it would spin enough to hit the needle. It wouldn't read past 285 pounds. So I maxed out my scale. It would say tilt. If you want to do the joke, it would say tilt. Um, and I went through eighth, ninth, all the way up until my senior year. Some things that happened led me to meet some people, and I went to the right direction. And I changed my diet around and started exercising, and lost over 100. I lost 80 pounds. I didn't lose over 100 pounds. I lost 80 pounds, and um, then I didn't necessarily like start gaining it back, but I could feel old habits coming back. And I was 18. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was in college, but I was not really focused. I didn't have any purpose really. I didn't really know what I wanted to be. Um, I thought about going into engineering. I'm really good at math, or was really good at math. Um, Eventually, through some more people that I met, I decided to join the military. So I joined the military, and I'm gonna make this a little bit shorter, so you don't hear me rambling on for forever. I joined the military, and like most people do, most young men want to do when they're lifting weights, they want to become Arnold Schwarzenegger and see how big they can get. So I bought thousands of dollars in supplements, and I was pounding protein. And the military does regular health screenings, and they said, "Hey, your kidneys don't look like they're doing all that well." And I was pretty surprised by that. And so they sent me to all kinds of tests and screens, and finally someone said, "Hey, how much protein are you eating?" And I didn't think I was eating that much protein. I wasn't really looking at nutritional facts labels correctly, and all the magazines said you should eat more, eat more, eat more, eat more, eat more. So I was eating more. And I come to find out I was doing anywhere between 400 and 600 grams of protein in a day. And if you don't know, that's roughly 3 to 4 times the amount of protein you need. I was killing it as far as protein go. I was definitely getting more. So that sparked the question of how can a good thing become a bad thing? And the military pays for you to college, so I was like, well, let's figure out this whole health thing. I still didn't really know what I wanted to be. Eventually, I knew I didn't want to be in the Navy anymore, so I got in the Navy, continued going to college, and then question after question just kind of pushed me in a direction. And long story short, now I'm a dietitian. I work at a local hospital. I don't want to give out names of locations and stuff like that because that could be, they don't really like that. So I work in a hospital, and I'm a dietitian. I've been a dietitian for a couple of years. I run a bariatric, well, I should say run. I am the dietitian for a bariatric center, for a weight loss center. I see things outside of weight loss, but I've kind of made weight loss my life, so to speak. And people come to me for it for all the time. But in the Navy, I dropped that other 20 pounds. The lowest I ever got down to was 189 pounds. And right at maybe like a month after I weighed in at 189, I did the obstacle course and blew out my knee and had to have ACL reconstruction. And since then, I haven't been able to get down to that. For the record, at 189 pounds, I would run 4 to 5 miles with my troop in the military, 45 miles in the morning. I would lift weights in the afternoon, and I would in the evening after dinner, I would run to the local park and do sprints. So that's the level of activity I had to do just to get down to 189. I'm sitting here today at 200, so I've gained 11 pounds. Woo! And weight loss in general, you're going to lose to a certain point, and when you just can't keep up that level of dieting or activity for forever. And it's understandable to gain back about 10, 15 pounds is when you gain back all of it. Clearly, that's a problem. So I've kept this off for 20 years. That's how long this has been. I'm 37 now. 20 years. And to be perfectly honest, I've got excess skin, and people look different after weight loss. And every single person I knew, their skin was, it was almost like cellophane. I mean, it was just really, really thin. It was just a glob of very obviously skin. I thought that everyone I knew had that, and that's what I thought it was supposed to look like. So I just thought that I was a fat tub of lard, because I still have this excess skin that clearly has a layer of fat in it. And so I have been dieting probably nonstop for, I don't know, last 10 years maybe. I've done weight transformation challenges and body transformation challenges, and this challenge, trying to get myself to it. I've done every dieting technique. At one point, I did make it up to like 215 as far as gaining muscle mass and weightlifting, and I got scared and dieted and lost it all. The lowest I've ever gotten since the 189 I was talking about, I think I got to like 198, and I wasn't able to keep that more than a week. And it wasn't until I was been around these dietitians and working with my colleagues, and they said, when they came up to me, basically said that I look like I have malnutrition. And if you're not familiar, malnutrition, you can see it in certain things. You can see it in sinking in the cheeks, the eyes, the temples, and a few other places. And they said, you look different. And I said, no, it's just kind of how because facial structure plays a role in that. And they said, no, this is a change in the last 3 months. And I had sure enough been dieting for really heavy for that 3 month period. And I'm like, if I'm looking malnourished, maybe it's not me. And my wife was kind enough to show me that my family tends to carry weight around their waistline, and it's nothing against us. It's just that's just the way that it plays out, I guess. So finally, I work with a bariatric surgeon, and I asked him if he knew anyone in the field for plastic surgery, and he pointed me in the right direction. And I'm not going to mention names again, because I don't want to. Well, for one, they didn't pay me to do free advertising, but two, they may not appreciate it. So I went to a surgeon and talked to him, and they straight up right off the bat said, "Oh yeah, you'll never lose that, never. That is a layer of fat that's directly against the skin. You're not going to lose that." And sure enough, I mean, I don't have, like, I'm not going to show you my body parts or anything, but I don't have fat anywhere other than my midsection or loose skin or whatever. And so they said that I qualify for a band lipectomy. If you're unfamiliar with the term, it's literally, they're going to take a layer of skin, a few inches of skin around my entire waistline. So if you're like this, if you've lost this much weight, when you put on your pants, in order for your pants to fit, and they're going to be tight, of course. Well, that causes what would normally be like a muffin top, but it's not a muffin top. It's just extra skin folded over. Same thing, it's all the way around. And so I've been like this for, like I said, 20 years. This is the only thing I've ever known. I was obese as a child, and then I lost all this weight, and so this is all I've ever known. And they said, no, this is something that we can just take care of. And I was just kind of blown away at the thought that, oh, you mean that I'm not, this isn't just me, like this isn't just, I'm not just failing at something. I thought that this was something that I should be able to take care of. I'm a trained dietitian. I specialize in weight loss. I should be able to take care of this. And when they said it would, no, this isn't you. You'll never get done with this. That this is a surgical procedure. There's no cool sculpting. There's no lasers. There's no whatever. At one point, I was so desperate. If you don't know, if you've never heard of cool scoping is a machine that kind of puts suction to an area and then applies very cold temperatures to it. And the thought process is that it kills the fat cells so they release over time. And I was so convinced. I was like, well, if that's all it is. And I just strapped ice packs to my midline. Like, yeah, this will work. I've worked abs so much that I thought I had a stomach virus because my abs hurt so much. And I thought I was ready to puke. Anyway, so this is rather short. I'm at 10 minutes right now. I just wanted to talk about it, and I'm gonna post these things out there. And I'm not. This is my cell phone. I'm not buying a whole bunch of equipment. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not trying to make a million followers, but I am trying to help some people out. I've been dealing with this for forever, and I'm I don't have a whole bunch of content to add to this. My surgery's in 2 days. So today I'm just wanted to give you the beginnings. Tomorrow I might talk a little bit more about the surgery. And I kind of wanted, there's no videos out there I found of like day post-op, I mean, what to expect, anything like that. So today, this little short video is just about me, who I am. You can probably hear a little bit my accent. I'm from the South, live in the South. It's why I was obese as a child, probably. I just wanted to make something that someone else, if they're looking for something, they can find a little bit more. You're welcome to ask questions, but I know how the comment section in YouTube works, where 4,000 people say negative things and one person has a legit comment, so I'm not likely to find it or read it. But hopefully there's enough in here for you guys to find something you need.